Hi, boys and girls. We have another version of the fairy tale, The Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. But instead, today we're going to read The Three Little Aliens and the Big Bad Robot by Margaret McNamara and Mark Fearing. So instead of three little pigs, we have three little aliens. And instead of a big bad wolf, we've got a big bad robot. So this ought to be a lot of fun. And this takes place in outer space. The Three Little Aliens and the Big Bad Robot. Once there was a mama alien who had three little aliens. They were called Bork, Gork, and Nickelwiz. Bork, Gork, and Nickelwiz grew up in an old-fashioned house with a snug, cozy crater on a tiny little planet. As the eons passed, their house got too crowded. It's time for you to go out into the universe and find a planet of your own, their mama told them, giving each a hug. But remember, watch out for the big bad robot. It wants to chew you up. So Bork, Gork, and Nickelwiz took off. Bye, Mama, they cried. Bye, kids, she shouted back. Always stick together, she added. Then she sniffed a little bit and called me every once in a while. The three little aliens traveled far and fast. There's a cute planet, said Bork. Too hot, said Nickelwiz. How about that one, asked Gork. Too crowded, replied Nickelwiz. And they darted around a meteor. Are we there yet, asked Bork. Just past the next bend, a big planet, swirling with dust, loomed into view. Bork spotted a shiny space rover zipping around its mountains and plains. Awesome, she said. I'm going to live in that. Ma said to stick together, said Nickelwiz, but Bork had already zipped too far away to hear, so Bork's going to live in this one. Nickelwiz and Gork traveled on. Nickelwiz didn't like the looks of the next planet either. Nowhere to breathe, he gasped. Picky, Gork said. Then, just ahead, he spied a giant planet with huge golden rings around it. I think that looks like Saturn. He jumped on a passing satellite and caught a ride on a ring. Whee! Squealed. This is what I call home. We can't live on a ring that goes around in circles, yelled Nickelwiz. We'll get dizzy. But Gork wasn't paying any attention. So now Nickelwiz was all alone. He traveled deeper and deeper into space until he spotted a massive blue planet, far out in the galaxy. It had 13 moons and refreshing breezes. This faraway place is where I will build my home, he said. It will be safe from the big bad robot. Nickelwiz found everything that he needed to make sturdy walls, and he gathered stardust to keep his home bright and found solar panels to keep it warm. Then he grabbed a tall, shiny telescope. This'll do for a chimney, he said, though no one heard him. Rock by rock and row by row, Nickelwiz built the perfect house. When he was finished, he sat down and locked the door. His house was not very zippy or cool, but it was very safe, and there was room enough for all three little aliens. I hope they come to visit soon, said Nickelwiz. Then one galactic dawn, there was a rumbling in the universe. Meep, meep, greep, boink, deep, deep. It was the big bad robot. Bork was so busy on her swirly red planet that she couldn't hear the robot's call. She didn't feel its giant footsteps as it leapt from star to star, and she didn't see the robot until it was right in front of her. Little alien, bleeped the robot. Pull over, pull over. Not by the wheels of my trusty space rover, cried Bork bravely. Then I'll crack and smack and whack your house down, meeped the robot. And just like that, the robot cracked and smacked and whacked Bork's shiny rover into 100 pieces. Great boink, beep, 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 beep. And as fast as the speed of sound, Bork jetted away. The robot came close behind her. Just as the robot was about to eat her up, she spotted Gork's satellite house. Gork, Gork, help me, she cried. Well, Gork was having so much fun surfing on the rings of his giant planet that he didn't hear Bork's cries. He didn't see the robot chomping on comets and ripping open black holes until the big, bad robot caught Gork's satellite in his huge metal claw. Little alien, it broinked, come out of hiding. Not by the orbit of this ring that I'm riding, said Gork stoutly. Then I will shatter and clatter and scatter your house down, barked the robot. And before Gork could fly beneath the radar, the robot clattered and scattered and shattered Gork's satellite into 1,000 pieces. Oh no! Gork barely escaped. Over here, called Bork, stick together. At the speed of light, Bork and Gork blasted out into space with the big bad robot getting closer all the time. Nickelwiz had heard the robot's roar. He had seen what was going on with his brother and sister through his telescope, and he was ready. He flashed his solar panels halfway across the universe. There he is, cried Bork and Gork, and they zoomed to Nickelwitz's house as fast as a hurtling asteroid. Get inside, cried Nickelwiz. No time to waste. Well, they had to hurry inside. No sooner had Bork and Gork slammed Nickelwiz's solid space rock door that they heard the robot rumbling. Little alien, he squeaked. Not, he says, let me come in. Not by the slime on my chinny chin chin, cried Nickelwiz. Then I will smack and crack and whack your house down, zeeped the robot. The big bad robot bashed and crashed Nickelwiz's strong, solid house, and nothing happened. Then it pounded and smashed really hard, not a crack. Then it loaded up its triple blaster and zapped that house but good, and the house would not fall down. So the robot forced his way into the little alien's house right down the chimney. And the aliens covered their ears, and they waited for the robot to chomp them up. But halfway down the telescope, that robot got stuck tight. It strained and it struggled, it moaned and it groaned, and Nickelwitz's house shook and shuddered, but did it blow down? Did it fall down? It did not. The robot gave it one more mighty cry, and it burst into 1,000,000 pieces. Cool, said Bork. Awesome, said Gork. Just as I planned, said Nickelwitz. There's just one thing missing. Phone home, said Gork. So Nickelwitz did. Ma, he said, we have the coziest house in the galaxy. Won't you come over and tuck us in? Oh, what a happy ending. So the oldest one, Nickelwitz, he made it. He took his time and made a nice house, and he saved the day. Hope you enjoyed that. See you again next time.